DPK. He can confirm. There's like 50 messages.
That is beautiful.
Long have I waited,
Who fucking cares?
and now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
There's a hairdryer.
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Confronting fear. It's the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
What?
Always.
What? What? What are they shattering first off?
I don't know.
It's beautiful.
Cause that,
It looks like a Darth Vader suit.
yeah, that's what I'm like. That
I don't know if it's Darth Vader, but it looks like a laminate suit, right? It looks like a suit, like it looks like body armor that they are breaking. And then the final scene with Kylo Ren with the high ground looking down at Rey.
But is that?
And we get Billy D. Williams, Jerry Curl back.
See, that doesn't quite look like Kylo though. In the scene that I currently have at the end, where Rey's on the ground, that looks like Palpatine's robe.
Yes.
Also, I liked the scene where they were fighting in where is it? The Death Star throne room.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing
there's a lot of stuff to unpack here, and a bunch of it looks real stupid. Not gonna lie to you, right? Like there's a bunch in this trailer that just looks like the C-3PO bit. Nobody cares about Anthony Daniels being nostalgic. Sorry, it's C-3PO.
Well, so that might actually explain Red Eye's C-3PO though.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just kind of pointing out that like there's a bunch of stuff to unpack here, and a lot of it, I feel like a lot of it is misleading.
Feeling.
Right, I feel like they packaged it in a way that it is not going to unfold in the movie.
We're not alone.
I still want to know why she's running with her lightsaber.
Good people will fight if we
don't run with scissors.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't your Oh wait.
You can't even have your kids watch this. Because then you have to explain to them, no, see, Rey's a dangerous child, and you can't run with scissors.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
I love the cavern where all the TIE fighters are. I want to know where this throne is.
My guess is on the capital ship.
Cause that doesn't look like. That looks like. So that actually reminds me. Oh, I wonder if they're gonna give a little backstory on where Snoke was hiding during the Empire days. In that ice chasm-ish type deal.
I'm super torn because I really want Rey to die. I really want Kylo to die. And I really want Leia to die.
Well, Leia does kind of.
I'm not talking about Carrie Fisher. I'm not talking about Carrie Fisher.
No,
I'm saying I want the entire Skywalker line to go. The entire thing. And close it off so none of this oops baby thing in 5 years where Kylo accidentally had a kid.
Yeah, right.
But no, I'm super pumped because there's a bunch of stuff to unpack here. Like they're riding horses at one point. Right?
Yeah.
The Star Wars equivalent of horses. They fight in a throne room. There is a space battle. We see like Finn and Poe, and we even see like Rose at the beginning, or someone who kind of appears to be Rose. She has like a
No,
very
that's
brief.
definitely Rose.
My point stands.
But no, so I think that throne went right after they show the ice sculpture type or cave dealy.
Hold on, my video is gonna freeze when I switch out anyway, so I'm just gonna pull up the video and kind of walk through it more.
Oh, okay. That the throne that has the big spikes on the side of it, that looks like what Snoke was doing the holographs through originally.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if, like, watching the TIE fighters fly to this huge like iceberg type thing is kind of cool. I like that they have the whatchamacallit.
Okay, so the throne looks to be in the ice place, right?
Yeah,
we don't know
right.
where the ice place is. My assumption is that it's similar to Mustafar. It's like the Emperor's Temple.
Like how Yoda and Ben went to Tatooine and Dagobah to hide their force sense or their force powers. I'm wondering if that's where Snoke was hiding. That would be really interesting. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Oh my god! And then this the picture we had up on the podcast or the show with the epic space that that does look like Iden Versio's ship. And the ghost right there.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm rewatching the thing where they break the. I'm trying to see if I can see if that looks like Kylo Ren. It looks kind of like Kylo Ren.
Well, so it's a good possibility. It just in the other
it looks
clips,
like it looks like the broken mask from Kylo Ren.
Oh, where they shattered
where he smashes his mask. With the thing that they break, it looks like the skull flying. Looks like the broken mask.
It does. Well, actually, that reminds me of the burnt Vader mask he had a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. Hold on,
I am both pumped and terrified at the same time.
No, so the C3PO scene when he's I'm looking at
what are you doing there, 3PO?
Friends.
Taking one last look, sir.
That kind of gave me the chills because of Peter Mayhew dying and Carrie Fisher. Yep. Call me a sucker for nostalgia, I guess. I
just hope they put a bow on it, right? I just hope they put a bow on this and we move on.
Right, yeah. I think that's...
I mean, I, for one, have been done with the Skywalker saga for a while. I don't mean, like, I don't like it. I just mean events unfolded where I kind of checked out to a certain degree. Right? Like, the final movie's here. I feel like they're going to do too much. I feel like they're trying to do too much, make it too grandiose. And I just really don't want it to fall flat. Right? Because bringing back Palpatine and Lando and, like, bringing back a bunch of these characters has the potential to be great. But if you don't write it well...
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can't... There's only so much fan service you can do and still put a good product out there.
Right. No, I agree 100%.
That's kind of where I am. This excites me because we obviously don't know anything, and they're obviously not going to tell us anything. But from the quote of like Palpatine like saying, "You shouldn't have let me in," to me that kind of says like, or at least it alludes to decent writing, right? It alludes to like channeling a spirit or like going to a previous temple, right? Like
Yeah,
they dealt with
it
it.
reminds
They
me
dealt
of
with this in the EU with Exar
Yoda's
Kun.
talking with Bane, Darth Bane.
Yeah. Like if you remember Exar Kun from the I think it was Exar Kun in the Yavin Temple in when Luke was training up the new Age of Jedi from the old legends, right?
Yeah,
There's precedent, like you said, with Bane. There's precedent for all of this happening, which I think again, and it goes back to it alludes to decent writing if this is how they put it in, and as long as like it's well written, I don't care. That was my biggest problem with Episode 8. My biggest problem with Episode 8 was the really shitty writing, and while the writing was a bit weak in Episode 7, it couldn't be too dynamic because you needed to get the old people to watch, and you needed to get the new people to watch, and you
right.
needed to apologize for Jar Jar. Right? No,
Yeah,
I'm being serious. Like Episode 7 was one of those things where it had to be like exactly vanilla, right? Episode 7 had to be exactly vanilla, pretty cookie cutter. Episode 8 was the one like Empire Strikes Back where you just gut punch us like 3 or 4 times. Except they instead of gut punching us emotionally with the characters, they gut punched us with a terrible movie.
yeah.
So
It was a different kind of gut punch.
right, and then Return of the Jedi is the wrap up. It was pretty grandiose, well written. You can tell Lucas only wrote like a third of it. Um, it was good, right? You had the whole group of people, like everyone, right? You had the all star cast, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody showed up,
Yeah,
and you were able to make it work with cutscenes and moving back and forth. Um, I hope they're able to do that with this because I feel like Ruin Johnson never watched the Lord of the Rings movie or anything because his transitions were garbage. Right?
yeah,
The jumping around has to be cohesive or at least have a similar timetable. Anyways, I won't bitch about episode 8 too much, but I'm super pumped because this trailer alludes to good storytelling.
yes,
Right? And that's what I'm a huge fan of. The reason I fell in love with Star Wars as a young child was because of the storytelling, because of the universe, because the stories all intertwined eventually. You're playing you're playing what is it, like 6 degrees of separation with everything.
right.
Like when you're talking about legends and you're talking about this person and that person and this event, like there's always links. And that the cohesiveness of the Star Wars universe is always what drew me in. That's why I wasn't a huge Star Trek fan and things like that growing up. And Disney has done a lot to kind of do that with like Clone Wars and Rebels. Although I don't think all of Clone Wars was Disney. I think Clone Wars was still Lucasfilm.
Yeah,
But
I'm pretty sure it was actually.
yeah. But what I'm saying is Disney acknowledged that was canon, which was important.
Right.
Um, so I want to believe that Disney is capable of putting together good writing because they didn't mess with Marvel too much. That's good writing. It might be a little lazy at times, but it's still good. I don't mind lazy writing. Return of the Jedi was lazy writing. It was still good though, right? The good guys win and the hero's the hero. Oh no. Oh no. And the bad guy who's the father or whatever gets redeemed. Oh, okay. Got it. Right, happy
Yeah.
ending. I mean, like, the endings are like lazy writing, but what do you want? At least it's interesting to get there, and you're questioning how, not what, why. Like I assume in the Last Skywalker, it's going to have a happy ending. We're just going to have to figure out what that happy ending is.
Right.
Right? We don't know if it's Rey who's a clone. She's trying to find power to beat Kylo. Right? We don't know the background for what's going to happen. But like I said, that comment from Palpatine letting him in, meaning somebody made a choice. Right? It wasn't like Palpatine was able to do this on his own. You know what I mean? Like, again, it goes back to writing, and I'm kind of gushing, and I'm just like,
No, I get it, dude.
pumped.
This has got me excited.
Oh,
And like
boy.
I said in the show, like it's been a while since it's been 2 years since I was excited for Star Wars.
I was excited for Solo, so it's been like a year and a half for me. I mean, Han Solo is not anywhere close to my favorite Star Wars character, but Disney did a poll like 4 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever, where they were like, "Who's your favorite Star Wars character?" And all the diehard fans just didn't vote because they didn't like Disney. They were still pissed. So all the casual fans were like,
Yeah.
"We like Harrison Ford." So Han Solo won their vote for most popular character, which goes back to if you don't like what's going on, just go fucking vote,
Yeah.
right? And that's not a political statement. It has to do with like everything in life. If you have a choice and you have a voice, make yourself heard.
Yeah.
With relics, right? With Gear 13 in this game, just make yourself heard. Go on the forums. Here's the problem: don't bitch and scream and wail, and come up with a cohesive reason why you don't like it. For anybody who knows me, I have very cohesive and logical reasons why I think TV sucks. Other people like TV, and I don't hate them for liking TV. But if you like TV, I would. It's the same thing. I don't care what your opinion is, but if you have enough of an opinion to argue, to debate or argue, at least have a coherent reason why you want to debate. And what I mean by that is don't say relics suck because they cost money. That's not a real reason. This game is meant to be monetized. Relics are bad because, and then you have to give like logical reasons why. For example, less than 3 months after Gear 13, relics were too soon. Right?
Yeah.
The power creep was too real. Unlocking Relic 7 was too fast. Right? And those are all true because the power creep of this game matters. And I mean I know that's kind of cliche, but what I mean is the we'll take just a simple assault battle. The Separatist assault battle is actually difficult. And then we got Bastard, which made it very doable. Or I shouldn't say easy, but moderate. Then we get Jedi Revenant, we can auto it. Now we have relics, and you're one-shotting Grievous in Wave 4, or whatever wave he's in.
Yeah.
Like, the PvE content in this game is a joke because they put relics in. And to circle back to the Star Wars thing, sorry, that was just a little aside to kind of explain that it wasn't a political statement.
Analogy, yes.
Yeah. When you care about something like Star Wars, and then they get that much backlash over Han Solo, over Solo, and things like that, look how fast we're getting Obi-Wan after that backlash. What if we had just gone and voted for Obi-Wan instead? Right?
Right.
I mean, it's frustrating as a community because I think the Swugga community is very reflective of the Star Wars community. We're the most toxic. We are one of the most toxic inbred communities ever. And we actually have like these polarizing flanks, right? We have the toxicity, and then we have the diehards who are just like always positive. I didn't hate Kelly Marie Tran. I didn't hate Rose. I hated it. I didn't like her story arc, but my biggest flaw wasn't with her because she was simply doing what she was told, similar to Hayden Christensen, right? I wasn't
Hayden
mad at the guy who
Christensen,
played.
the guy that Ahmed Best played
Yeah, I wasn't.
Jar Jar.
I wasn't mad at Ahmed Best. He was told what to do and he did it, right? He did all of that with a green screen and a Jar Jar head on his head. That dude deserves a round of applause and your gratitude. I don't care if you hate the character. I didn't like the character either, but I didn't hate the person who played the character, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to be able to
they're
separate.
just doing their job.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, be constructive.
Right.
Have a good argument, be constructive. But basically, Star Wars was one of these things that I love so much because the positive part of the community are some of the best people to be around. And you know who they are on your Discord, in your guild, on YouTube, and you know who some of the people who aren't as huge, I don't want to say huge fans, but you can see the other side of that in some of the YouTubers.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying all those YouTubers are quitting either, but you can see, like, I'll take Mobile Gamer for example. You can tell the dude loves Star Wars. The dude straight up said in a video, "I don't want to make negative videos because I love Star Wars and I love this game." Right? And like, there's other YouTubers who have a lot of negativity towards it, and it's frustrating because I think the negativity towards Star Wars feeds the negativity. Like, I wasn't negative about Episode 8 specifically. I was upset that Rian Johnson took what I loved and then like just kind of made a mockery of it. He made like a 2-hour sitcom that he wanted to call Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I'm excited for this one, because like Star Wars has always been a drama. Right? If you want comedy, there's Spaceballs.
Right.
Right? If you want funny space interaction, there's Orville. That's a TV show that's actually quite good. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're not excited for Episode 9, check yourself, because you might not actually be a Star Wars fan. I can understand not being excited for something like Solo, that's more of a standalone movie. But look at all the crap in this. You see, like, a throne room. You get to hear Palpatine. You're going to see an epic. It looks like we're going to see an epic space battle, and we're going to see a lightsaber battle. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
Worst part,
that.
the worst part about Episode 9 is that we're ending an era, and we owe it to JJ to give him a chance, because he took something vanilla in Episode 7 and actually turned it into something that's rewatchable.
Yeah, and I think that's was one of my biggest hangups with just the last two movies. Well, and like I said in the show, I really wish they would have left JJ doing all three movies. It would have been a more cohesive
Yes, Disney
thought.
had a really shitty idea to make 3 writers and 3 producers make all 3 movies. JJ wrote a template and he had ideas, and then the next person just got the shit all over him if he wanted to. Turns out he did. The problem was, like you said, if JJ had written the whole thing, it would have been way better, in my opinion, because it would have been cohesive and ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to like J.J. Abrams, and you don't have to like Star Trek. But if you look at the way that the Star Trek movies flowed, they
Oh
were
God.
concise. They were concise. The writing was good, not great. The directing was good, not great. But there was nothing in any of those films that would ever lead me to believe that he would fuck up a franchise. He was safe with Star Trek, and I'm okay with that. He was safe with Episode 7, and I'm okay with that. And then Disney wanted to get somebody who was less safe, right? Someone who would go out of the box.
Yeah.
And look what you got. And you split the community. And I have no problem with Episode 8 existing per se. It's just like the second worst movie. And if you disagree with that, like, I'd love to say you're wrong, but you are entitled to your opinion. But the movie is written poorly, doesn't have a lot of cohesion, doesn't flow. Like, it doesn't feel like a good movie.
Yeah. No.
It's a busy movie without a lot going on. And that's why I love JJ's writing. And I know I'm talking about, like, other things besides Episode 9, but it all kind of ties together. I love JJ's writing because he may be a lukewarm writer and producer. And, like, you can get mad at me for, like, thinking he's, like, you know, a B- to a B, right? But he's safe. He's going to do exactly what he's told, and he's going to do it to the best of his abilities, and he's going to stay as far inside the box as he can,
and
without deviating from lore.
And I was actually just about to say that. So I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. Just not my cup of tea. But JJ did an amazing job. He made those movies look outstanding. He casted good actors.
Zachary Quinto is fantastic, and
that's the guy that plays in Sylar in Heroes, right?
Yes. So Zachary Quinto is fantastic, and this is taking nothing away from Leonard Nimoy. I like Zachary Quinto better. He is more Spock.
Yeah, I will have to agree. So,
and I'm not being a hater. I'm saying, like, the stoicness in which he plays it. And
yeah.
The grade he gets is, I will say this as a disclaimer, the grade I give him is slightly modified by better technology, better writing, and better cast. Right?
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy may have actually been a better actor back in the day, but we won't know because visually it wasn't as stunning, and his supporting cast was not as stunning either.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right? Scotty's accent from original Star Trek was an abomination to the entire series.
Yeah. I mean, so, and that...
But anyways, but yeah, sorry to cut you off. But kind of what DPK was saying, like...
J.J. Abrams, he wants to do the fans a service.
Yes.
And that's why I liked The Force Awakens better than I did the Last Jedi. Even though The Last Jedi had a little more things that were visually stunning, and like I brought this up. The Praetorian fight scene was outstandingly choreographed. It was a beautiful fight scene.
It was beautifully choreographed with like 5 huge flaws that made it post-cut.
Again,
Right, because there's like the one Praetorian guard that's swinging at nothing. He's just like, hey, there's nobody there. Right?
yeah.
So like there's a handful of flaws with it, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Because things like that happen. Go see the last season of Game of Thrones where there's a Starbucks cup of coffee.
There's a Starbucks cup.
Right.
There's like 3 bottles of water.
There's a fucking pickup truck at one point.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Editing, I get it. Editing's hard. Editing sucks.
You can't catch everything. Everybody, they're only human, right?
Yes, it's one of the reasons I'm not a content producer. Editing fucking sucks.
Yeah.
If you're good at it and can do it, by all means do it.
I mean,
but I am way too lazy and it's way too tedious.
Yeah.
But again, sorry.
No, yeah, that's why I don't have very many like graphics. I don't have everything set up for the podcast. Like, I could take the time.
It's more of a stream. It's more of just. Well, also, yeah, sure. I also enjoyed Fruit Guy. I did pop in. I got told to pop in and I popped in. It was fun.
Yeah, he was.
Terminology was good. No, just a PSA. If I had written that, I would have said I was right 100% of the time, and I thought it was funny that he actually did. He actually did the Dan quote. I'm right 90% of the time. You can fuck off, right? Like,
yeah.
I thought that was funny. He did that. Anyways, not important, but I'm excited. I think JJ is a good writer, not a great writer. I'm just summing up my feelings. I'm excited for the space battle and the lightsaber battle because those things are Star Wars. Quick aside, ships are awesome in Swugga. If you disagree, you should figure out you should figure out what parts of Ground Wars you like when we take every single space battle out of Star Wars.
It is called Star Wars for a reason.
If you don't like ships, edit out. If you don't like ships, you're now required as a Star Wars fan to manually edit out every single starship scene from Star Wars.
Don't worry,
and see how much you enjoy it. Right? I'm not saying ships are the best game mode, but they sure are better than TV.
That's one thing I wish. The only thing I liked, like ship-wise, in The Last Jedi, and I know people say it's silly, but watching Holdo's light speed into the capital, I found that scene interesting because it's never been done.
Yeah, I have this. I take this issue with this specifically. If your biggest issue with The Last Jedi was the Holdo maneuver,
there's a lot more we gotta talk about.
if that's your problem with Holdo, or that's your problem with the movie, can we talk about hyperspace fuel, please? Right, like.
I wish there was an epic ship battle in The Last Jedi.
I wish the epic ship battle wasn't the First Order shooting down escape pods.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That was your epic space battle.
Hold on. God damn it, you little shit.
No, I'm super excited for this. And I had a rough weekend with IRL stuff, which leaked itself into the day.
That's my desk cover, you silly little monster. Because go lay down. It's past your bedtime.
You wanted to, and great.
Yes, this I will say that this
brought my spirits back up to like a 9.
Yes,
I'm pumped.
I was excited with the first 2 teaser trailers they've released over the last couple months. This like solidifies it. Like no. She's loopy as hell.
Yeah, because it's like midnight your time.
10:35, but no. Lily, listen, sweetheart.
It feels a lot later than it is. Shut up.
Trust me. Okay, but we're gonna end the stream because I have a child that wants to cuddle. But yes, I'm super pumped. This trailer has my hopes up really high, and I probably shouldn't have them that high.
No, this. My final thought is I would have said several times, this trailer screams good storytelling.
Yes.
Maybe not great, but good. And if the worst part about episode 9 is that Rose is back and CGI Leia looks shitty, I'm gonna be a happy person.
Yeah, right? If that's the only thing we have to if that's the only thing we have to complain about, we're doing good. Superbard, I am posting a link to the trailer in the chat for you. Go ahead and click it.
Also put it in the description.
Yes, I will do that as well.
Whew! Man, so excited. I bought my tickets already. I bought my tickets. I am going to a 9 p.m. screening.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down with Lady Pool and we're gonna figure out when we're.
I clicked to buy, and right when it went live, so 2 minutes after it went live, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, it was sold out already.
No.
Right, like the first 3 showings were all sold out already.
Yikes! Yeah, that's what
Paul
like
2 minutes.
I was like
2
what?
minutes.
Stop, sweetheart.
But I got my 9 p.m. showing, and I'm pumped. I'm jacked. I'm probably gonna buy another ticket for like Monday at some point. I'm gonna go see it twice.
I'm probably because I don't have the money to do it right now, but Thursday, yeah, tickets are going on pre-order. Now that I've seen the trailer, it's like, yep, nope, this is set in stone. I don't give a fuck.
Yep. Super pumped,
dude.
I'm pumped. This is the pick-me-up I needed. The Jets turned the ball over 3 times in the first quarter, and the Patriots were up 17-0, and that game was shit. And I was just like, okay, great, another poor evening. And then it was just like this, and then I was like, I didn't know how good the trailer was gonna be, and then it happened, and I just like geeked the fuck out.
Yeah, dude.
And so,
yeah. Oh.
I wish I could screenshot like the the Discord because I went a little nuts.
Here, I'll go. Let's bring up the Discord right now. This is he posted the link. Deadpool Kyle, bitch, let me in, bitch, let me in. The trailer, let's go, fuck, let me in, hype. Like that's I switched over after I ended the stream and I was like, oh, what?
Yeah. But anyways, you guys, we'll put the link in the description, and we're gonna sign off because
I gotta get a child to sleep.
Has kid pools to deal with.
But just a kid pool. But yes, you guys have a great night, and oh, kid pools. There's 2 kid pools. Great. Anyways, have a good night, guys, and may the force be with you.
May the force be with you.